Lego Mini Marvel Modular Sets I want to see, number 7. Now, the last two I've done have really been wish list videos, right? There's really no chance of them happening. These, however, I think have somewhat of a decent chance from here on out. Now, I want to talk about the Avengers Mansion. Now, do I think this will happen or Avengers Tower? I think more obviously they're going to make Avengers Tower. However, I would personally prefer them go with Avengers Mansion. And number 6, I'll have another reason why. But I think it would be really cool of them to go with Avengers Mansion. And I think you could make this a wider module than what we've seen already. So I think you could do something where it's like 3 rooms wide and 2 stories tall. And I think that would be really cool to see of Avengers Mansion. Obviously, some rooms you could see. I think obviously the center bottom room, you would have just the opening sort of hallway there, just the main lobby. And then of course you could have a living room next to that as one of the other rooms on the bottom floor. And then of course I think you add a kitchen area to the other side of that. And I think for your bottom floor, that's really all you need. I think that's really just showing of what the Avengers Mansion is. Now, moving on to the top floor, there's 3 specific rooms. I think first you have like your meeting area where you have like the hollow table in the center of the room. Then moving on, I think you have a training room, and this you could have like some little like laser arms laying down, just something for like Captain America to put up a shield to block, right? You know, just training obstacles. And then finally, I think the last thing that you do is probably just a bedroom, and you just have an area where you could put one of the Avengers to sleep or to rest if you want. Now, moving on to characters that I would want to see, Hawkeye. I would love a comic Hawkeye, and I think a little fun side build you could include would be his Sky Cycle, and I think you could have a little spot on top of Avengers Mansion where you could park the Sky Cycle. You could also include, instead of including that bedroom, you could maybe make a dock area for the Sky Cycle, and you could have a little play feature where you could open the roof, like the roof like literally folds open, and then you could have Hawkeye fly out with a Sky Cycle. Moving on, I think you just add a Captain America minifigure. There's nothing that could go wrong with that. Something I personally would want to see would be a Bruce Banner and Hulk minifigure, but I think they would probably just make the Hulk minifigure. But I think the Hulk would be perfect just to put in the kitchen area, right? Just rummaging through the fridge. Now, the other character I think you could include is Black Panther. And I'm mostly going off of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes because that's my favorite animated series ever that Marvel has ever done. And Black Panther was a huge part of that team on that series. And I think having him would be cool. Now, of course, we have to add the villains. And if I'm adding anything, I'm going to have the Masters of Evil wage an attack on Avengers Mansion. Specifically, Baron Zemo, Enchantress, Executioner, and Radioactive Man. I think those 4 specifically would be awesome to have in the set. But let me know down below, what do you think? Make sure you like and subscribe for number 6.